Designing for a threadless t-shirt is like a really unique process, I think, as compared to designing for any other t-shirt, because a lot of professional designers, when they think of designing a t-shirt, their initial thought is like putting a logo on a t-shirt, or like designing an illustration that works with a brand. You know, it's not about just putting your art on a shirt, and that's really what it is about on threadless. You know, it's just, but there is still, you need to keep in mind that you are designing for a t-shirt, because a lot of people who wear t-shirts, which would be pretty much everybody, are trying to say something about themselves with what they're wearing. You know, it's about like a message that you're trying to show. So it's this combination of designing something that's aesthetically pleasing and is artistic with a concept that people are going to want to like display on their bodies when they're walking around on the street. So I mean, it's a tough job designing for a threadless t-shirt.
You can take it from me, who's never won. You know, there's like a lot of finesse that goes into it. You know, there's all sorts of stuff like where I've seen stuff that's just ridiculous. It's so good, but it's a beautiful illustration. It's not a beautiful t-shirt illustration. You know, it would look good on a poster. It wouldn't look good on your chest. Yeah. So it's, you know, it's hard to win. Like we get like 150 submissions a day, and we have had like 800, 850 products. So you're looking at like, you know, 125,000, 150,000 submissions, and only 800 people have won. Like, it's a hard contest to win.
I keep submitting designs to Threadless despite the fact that I have not won, because, well, there are several reasons. The biggest reason is that I, at some point down the road, want to strike out on my own, making my own apparel design. And it's a fantastic way to gauge how people respond to your work. I mean, I'm going to be doing work anyway, and there's no reason that I can't reformat that work for a t-shirt, or even think about doing it as a t-shirt to begin with, and submit it and see if it flies.
Sometimes they even start with just a sketch, just like their rough idea of what they think might work on this shirt. And so they'll put it up, and you'll get to vote on if send this to print, or send this to the voting section, or keep working on it, or just don't even really bother with the idea. It's like 3 things to vote on. But you can do different versions. So it'll be like, I know there's one guy that had like 10 versions of this one design. It started with a sketch, and it just slowly went down to where it was like a really awesome design. And like when we all saw the design, we were like, that could get printed easily. And it was all affected. Like he did like little color tweaks and little like perspective tweaks just based on the people of the community, just like giving them little hints and stuff.
Designers, for the most part, have sort of this inherent amount of ego that says, my idea, my solution to this problem is the best one. I mean, that's why people become designers. They see stuff they want to change, so they feel they can make it better. And it's almost, you know, in the same way that doing business with community is totally different, doing design with community is totally different, because you need to accept that you're the facilitator of this change and not necessarily the one coming up with all of the ideas, and it's not like being a rock star where you make some change and everyone's like, thank you, that was great. You know, it's sort of, people are like, I don't know. On Threadless, like, everyone's an amateur, you know, until you've won on Threadless, and then you're a professional, you know, and then as you win more and more on Threadless, that's when you become the rock star.
So one thing that has been pretty cool about Threadless is that we, in addition to winning prize money for designers who have won the competition, we've been noticing that a lot of them have been getting a lot of notoriety and even like work just from having won the competition. Ross, he won like 7 or 8 times. He's from Louisiana, Baton Rouge, and he kept winning, so we actually contacted him about possibly working for us, brought him up here, did some interviews, and he works for us now in production. And Ross is still getting like Dave Matthews Band just approached him last summer to do the t-shirts for their tour. So, and all that stuff is found just by them seeing his name on Threadless.
Yeah, it was just, they all heard or saw some of my designs on Threadless and shot me an email and said, I was wondering if you'd do some designs for this band. And I was like, Dave Matthews? Yeah, I guess so. Because I mean, in college I was pretty big hippie I guess you could say. Listen to a lot of Dave.